Same game parlay of the day has got to be in the NBA Finals with the Spurs and the Knicks. And then we've got a play of the day in Red Sox versus Yankees. Welcome, everyone, to the Prop Line. I am your host, Andy Lang. On the show, we go over same game parlays and the props betting market. It is my opinion that the props betting market is the single best way to build your bankroll. I'm still a little groggy. I live in Indianapolis. I had to drive to Louisiana and back. I did it in a 24-hour span. So if I don't look all here, if I don't look 100% all in the face area, it's because I'm a little groggy, but doesn't mean we're locked and loaded. Let's do the same game parlay of the day. All right, let's go to the Spurs and the Knicks, and let's do a three-leg parlay, get you to around minus 105, minus 110. We're going to go back to the oldie but goodie, under 229.5 on the alt line total points. We're going to take Julian Champagnie to make at least two made threes, and then we'll go OG Anunoby to have 10 or more points. Let's break each one of these legs down. There was only 200 points in the first game, and in the playoffs, these are your top two defensive rated teams. They've both really stepped it up. The last couple games in the regular season, it flew over this total of 229.5. I don't put much stock in it. This is the finals. I thought both teams played really good defensively. Shooting percentages were not very good from both teams. I expect that to go up a little bit, but to get to 230 based on the intensity that these guys are playing at, I think that's a little bit too high. So we'll take the all line 229.5. Champagnie made 2+ threes in 4 straight games, ton of volume in game one. He went 5 for 10. Knicks did a pretty good job defending Wemby, and I think there's going to be open looks for guys like Harper, guys like Castle, guys like Champagnie on the outside. So I like him to have 2+ made threes. And then OG Anunoby has been playing really well in the playoffs, 14+ points in 3 straight games. He had 17 in the first game of the series, and he got 12 shot attempts. You give me a guy that's going to get 12 shot attempts, I think he can get to 10+ points. So wrap that all up. We're looking at minus 110, under 229.5. Champagnie to have 2+ made threes, and Anunoby to have 10+ points. All right, let's go to the play of the day, and I'm going to the Yankees and the Red Sox. We're going to go to I was hoping to get a 2.5 on the Yankees, and we got it. It's minus 145 on DraftKings, so it's a little bit juicy, but I just love this one. If it's 1.5, I'm not playing it, but 2.5, I'm absolutely playing it. Sonny Gray is pitching for the Red Sox. He's been pitching really good. He's only allowed 1 run or fewer in 6 out of the last 7 games, and Aaron Judge is now out of the lineup, looks to be out of the lineup for an extended period of time. When he's out of the lineup, the Yankees' production drops off. It's just easier to pitch around this lineup. So we'll take the Yankees under 2.5 on the first 5 team total. If you guys could do me a favor while I'm going over the market watch here, just hit the like button, leave me a comment. Been a pretty good week for us betting wise. We've been all over the leaderboard for last 3 days, last 7 days, and we got a 4% best bet that is up in the NBA. And that Red Sox Yankees, that's going to be a client play as well. We have another MLB play that is up, and we're going to put in another NBA play that I'll tell you about. So let's go to Market Watch and let's talk about a couple of plays that I like. There's another player prop that I think is pretty good. Landry Shamet over 7.5 points. How cool is this guy's story? How good he's been for the Knicks. He's played just so great this postseason. He scored 13 points in game 1. He played a ton of minutes, 30 minutes, 3 straight games with 13+ points, 3 of 6 from 3 in game 1. And he gets a lot of open looks when the Spurs defense crashes on Brunson, Cat, Bridges. So Shamet, I think he gets over 7.5 points. I was listening to a podcast and Doc Rivers was talking about just like how everyone really likes Landry Shamet. And like 4 or 5 years ago, Doc Rivers told him, he's like, if you could just play defense, you would be playing a ton of minutes. And he's worked really hard on improving his defense, and the shooting's always been there. So now his defense is better. It's not elite, but it's better. He's getting a lot of opportunities. He's a good weapon for the Knicks. We'll go to UFC. I got an under and a women's fight. Always scary, but I love this one. Chavez versus Dubin, under 2.5 is only minus 105. So the books are telling us a story here. Every fight for Dubin has been a finish. And Chavez was in a very bloody, violent fight on Contender Series. So Dubin, Dubin made it to UFC because she knocked out this woman on Contender Series in one of the biggest upsets in Contender Series history. Just hauled back, popped her once, and knocked her out. This woman's now like champ in LFA, or was champ in LFA. She makes it to UFC and then just gets obliterated in her first fight by Carly Judas. And Chavez, former ring girl, trained her ass off, makes it on Contender Series, and goes up against Montenegro, gets dropped several times, rallies, looks good cardio-wise, has the volume, has the power. I think someone's going to sleep. I actually think Chavez knocks out Dubin, but we'll just take the under because Dubin does have one-shot knockout power. I've seen it before, so take the under there. And then we'll go to the WNBA, the Sun versus the Sky. We'll take a look at Anissa Morrow to have over 10.5 rebounds. Keep talking about this Sky team. They give up the most rebounds in the league at 40 per game, and Morrow has 13 plus rebounds in 3 straight. Her minutes are up. They dipped pretty low a few games ago, but now they're up. She's averaging 30 minutes in the last 3 games, so we'll take Anissa Morrow over 10.5 rebounds. All right, like we said, there's a lot of specials over at Wager Talk. If you want to get a 3-day pass, we got some really good bets for this weekend. But for tonight, we're focusing on the NBA. Our 4% best bet is up. We hit our first bet of the series in game 1. We're going to have 2 bets tonight. We've got an MLB, and anything else that we put up is up there for one package. But really, guys, keep saying it. Don't buy a play. Buy a 3-day pass, buy a 7-day pass, buy a 30-day pass. This is the perfect time of year to invest in those because we run a ton of specials throughout the summer. So just go to the specials page or go to my page. There's a couple of free plays that are up there. But let's get the same game parlay. Let's get this play of the day. Let's get the weekend started off right. Good luck on your bets, and we will see everyone on Monday.